What is on my shirt? Welcome to JB's Crochet. I'm Amber. And we're going to cover up my messy shirt because apparently I don't know how to eat. I'm guessing that's what that is. Ow. Good morning. We'll see how long I can wear this for. I don't know how long I'll be able to wear it for, though. Good morning, Melissa G. Rebecca. Good morning, Frizzy. Good morning, Denise. And good morning, Nature Fairy. I am still that many squares behind y'all. I have got to get these caught up because, let's see, where's my box? It's funny how I have to use the camera to look behind me so I don't have to turn around. I have 2 more squares left. And they're easy. Those are easy squares. These 3 are going to be easy. For some reason, this one's kicking my butt. So what I might do is actually just go ahead and, I know we were randomly drawing these over the last, or, just taking these in order. But what I think I might do is, at this point, if you are following along with me, go ahead and finish up the last 5 whenever you want, because we're going to spend the next rest of December just putting them together. Because it might be January before I finish this thing, because I have Grady Square Pants to finish, start and finish. Thank you, Melissa. I got a lot done this weekend, though. There we go. Good morning, Arlena and BB. Lana. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec. Hold on. Good morning, everybody. It's been a while since I've worn this thing. Thank you, Marianne. I got good news. Y'all see this red folder? This red folder contains the contents of a blanket that I have been working on for well over a year. And guess what? It's done! It's done. Minus the tails. I do have tails to sew in, but it's done. Oh no, Rebecca. It has been a while, Nature Fairy. No worries. Oh, goodness. And you just got the stench taken care of with her. Oh no. This blanket is officially 99% done. It just has tails from all the joinings, minus the first row, because I did the first row already. I started sewing them in, and then I went, I'm going to put this down for a little bit. Because I'm done with the main part of it, so yeah. It's done. I will show you as best I can what it looks like. Oh, okay. Making a mess of everything else. All right. Let me find, it's got dog hair and cat hair and JB's hair all over this thing. I'm trying to debate if I'm going to throw it in the wash before I give it to my mom. I don't know. It's done, Melissa. It's done. All right. I think this is the top. Okay. See, this already coming off. Don't mind the messy. I apparently dripped this morning on myself when I was eating. So this is the mom's blanket that if you guys have heard me talking about finishing, it is, okay, I have it touching the floor and it is hitting me about my nose. So that's about how tall it is. It's about 5 feet tall, and a little under 5 feet wide because it's not quite stretched out to my arm span. Yeah, I know. You can't be upset with the pup, but you can definitely be upset with the the people. What is on here? Oh, there's hair. That's what's on here. It's done. Dun 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 dun. There's only a few mistakes in here, and it was early on in the blanket. I got more smart about it as I went through. Yes, it's done. So now I just have to go through and sew, which honestly is not a ton. It's just I gotta do it. Go through and sew all those in. I've done the first row. I just gotta do, I mean, that's only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the top 6. So 5, 5 rows of 2 tails per little spot, and it's really not that bad. Hubby. Let her out, really. Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. She cannot be trusted on her own out there. This is driving me nuts because now I can't. I gotta either change my shirt or put my poncho on to cover that up. So I might just have to deal with the poncho this morning. Both my husband and I slept like poo last night. He was up a couple times going to the bathroom because something upset his gut. Whatever he ate yesterday. And then, of course, I was just awake. For some reason, him being up woke me up. And so, you know what? I wonder if I'm going to just do this. Oh, no. No. I rolled over yarn. Hold on. I gotta save the yarn. I wonder if I just put this over, if it'll cover it. Nope. That'll cover it. Okay, next thing. So I decided to start making, nope, it's gonna come undone. I decided to start making a poncho. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the turtleneck part of it, to be honest, because or I just need to redesign my turtleneck. I don't know. Because, yeah, Marianne was like, yeah, that's a really tall one. And I was like, yeah, it'll fold down. But then I'm like, after I put it on folded down, it's like, no. Okay, so I turned this hooded thingy into a poncho. So basically, I just attached onto the bottom. It had 60 stitches, and so I just basically just divided the 60 stitches evenly for 4 sides, and that was roughly 15 stitches. And I just started going and increasing in the corners, and this is my design so far. I haven't gotten very far, and it's like I was finishing my mom's blanket. I don't know if I'm doing this right because it is a square technically, but it feels really pointy. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I've made a poncho, but it's more of a round poncho. So like I've never done these ponchos where you do like the, actually no, I've done one poncho where I did the points. So I'm kind of using that knowledge I had from that one. I know, but that it's bothering me because it's like it's like an arrow, you know, like to me, Melissa, this spot on my shirt looks like a big giant something. I don't know, like it's just like apparently I wasn't paying attention this morning and got a little sloppy with my eating. That's not working. So I don't know. It's fine. I like this little cover up. This is my blanket I made my mother-in-law like probably 15 something years ago. That when I was cleaning out her apartment after she passed, I was like, I have to take that back. So yeah, there is a poncho idea, and it is utilizing, let me fold this down, maybe that'll help me hold this better. It is utilizing, all right, I have yet to figure out how to hold stuff on here, y'all. I'm utilizing front posts and basically twins in a stitch in between, but I'm putting the twins inside the twins, and so it's causing it to make like a V stitch. I want it warm and cozy. So, and I want texture, you know, I don't know. I've gotten into this thing of not liking flat things, even though flat is pretty too. But this is how you learn the process in design, just changing when it doesn't work. Excuse me. So it is basically a square, and then this is this is my waffle quip, as Linda said. That work? The boys are up. Unpause the TV. Good morning, Monique. You're in ribbit mode. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going on that. And then I whipped up a beanie using somebody else's design this weekend. This was 3 strands of yarn together. Let me tell you what, these front posts are half double crochet front posts, and 3 strands together with a half double crochet front post. Those were a bit of a chore, but it's essentially it's done in a spiral. You can kind of see it. It starts here and it literally just spirals all the way around to the top, and then you cinch the top in. I made this for my mom's boyfriend, and I asked my mom, I was like, do you think he would like this? She's like, he might. It's like, well, what would he like? You know, he's a guy. You know, what do you make guys that don't really, I mean, he's very particular about what he wears and things, so it's very warm and cozy, and I just don't know if he'll actually wear it. The reason I went with something like this is because he owns a landscaping business that obviously during the winter they don't do much of the grass cutting stuff, so they do the snow removal. So I was thinking he doesn't really do much of the work anymore. He's more of just he's more of a supervisory role with his business now, because he's got enough people that he doesn't actually have to be out there doing the hard work anymore. But I don't know. I just thought maybe there's something about this hat. This whole spiral thing, this gap right here is throwing me off. I don't mind the multiple strands, but my goodness, following this pattern, I was like, whew. And funny enough, the person that made the pattern did a Chiefs hat, and I did it specifically with the Chiefs colors as well. but she did solid red on the brim down here, but I only have the one skein of red, and so I was like, we're gonna make it all one color. So that's what I did. Look, it sits, it could be a cover for something. It sits up on its own. Look. I could cover my standwood with it. Keep it dust free. And then the other thing I did this weekend was, I haven't finished it. Oops, sorry, I bumped the thing. I have not finished the bag, but I have finished all the pieces to the bag. So the Tamagotchi bag. Good morning, Magic Frog. Let's see. I don't know what order these pages go in anymore, but basically, I've got all the pieces made for this bag. I'm tempted to go to, supposedly they still sell these Tamagotchis. And I was tempted to go find one, and just a random one, and go to like Five Below, which is a store where you can buy things for $5 and under. There are some things above $5, but I was thinking of going and buying her some like these chunky keychains and adding it to it. Possibly, I don't know, for my sister, just to make it a little extra special. I mean, I don't go out of my way for my sister very much because, we're not that close, but I don't know. I like to do things extra special for anybody and everybody I make things for. Target sells them. Yeah, I was thinking about just getting one, just to be like, kind of nostalgic and throw one on her bag for her. So I've got my screen done. I did mess up. Somehow I missed my stitch like right here in this corner. It really doesn't matter too much because it is a pixelated image, but my heart, I'm not digging the heart too much. It's like my stitches are off a little bit for some reason, but you know what? It's pixelated. It's a glitch in the pixel. That's what we're gonna go for it. They're about $20 or so. Well, between that and what I made the bag cost-wise, yarn-wise, that's a pretty inexpensive gift. My bright yellow flower and my bright green flower is done. Those took me like 10 minutes to put together last night. My buttons, they're actually 3D buttons. Oops. That I will fill with probably my extra yarn scraps because I'm not going to try and put polyfill in there. Yeah. Thanks, Rebecca. And then here is, this one's going to be kind of hard to see because the camera does not like this Diva Pink, but it's Diva Pink. This is the part that goes behind this piece. It goes behind there like that. And then I got my strap done. I even have the hardware attached to it. I just got to sew my little tails in. I'm not good at sewing tails in when I finish things. I finish them and put it down like I'm done. So I've got the, Rebecca, when you do this part, this is super, super easy. Now, don't do what I did and put the single crochets on the same side. So my strap is going to be twisted. I mean, not technically, but my front sides are on the same side when I should have alternated, I should have put them on opposite sides. When I did that, as soon as I could undo it. I'm good at getting these knots out. Takes a minute, but I could undo it. But I was like, you know what? If I don't say nothing to her, she ain't gonna know. So, and I've decided, I think I'm gonna glue my lining in because it says, you know, gosh, it has you putting all the lining on before you sew it together or like seam it together. And so I was thinking, it says to cut out the shape of the fabric. Sorry, it says to cut out the fabric in the shapes of your ovals and rectangles and then sew or glue the fabric to create a lining. And if I do that and I glue it as close to the edges as possible, I'll still have access to those, you know, those V's to seam it together. But my concern is you see how like gappy this. I kind of wish this person would have designed this bag with smaller stitches, because these trebles are huge and these holes are going to cause my glue from my between my fabric and this to come through the front of this piece, I think. But anyway, these are the sides of the bag here. And then this is the piece that attaches these two together. Now, mine turned out a whole lot longer than Rebecca's did for some reason, but I also think I might have bigger pieces of these because her and I have different tension, kind of. Like, there's certain things we can get close to the same measurements, but when I take this and shape it around, I still, you know, I still have a gap at the top. It's going to be, you know, a small gap, but it'll be a big enough gap, I think. I'm going to sew the pieces together after I put my lining on them and see how they come together. And if I have to, I can just recreate what I need to. Rebecca, this is how much yarn I had left. I probably couldn't even get another strap out of this if I wanted to. I might be able to get another strap, I'm not sure, but if I wanted to recreate this, I'd either have to figure out how to frog this out, get the, you know, do my wonder on the knot and make it, figure out how to make it smaller. But this is all I have left for yarn for the purple. The other solid pieces, the other solid yarn I used, I have almost full skeins left of those. So I could almost put them back in my stash as brand new skeins. Because this is, I mean, this is barely used. This was barely used. This was barely used. The black was left over from the dragon. But yeah, these were barely used. Yeah, I haven't got the strap done yet, so a bit more. Yep. And, you know, following suit like you, Rebecca, I was like, you know what? I don't want to necessarily have to go buy fabric. I don't have to. So I found this. Yes, I know it's solid. It's boring, but color-wise, it goes with everything else. It's not the same blue, but this is more of a aqua, or a, not aqua. This is more sky blue, and this is more of a turquoise blue. But the whole color scheme works. That makes sense. So I hope I have enough to do what I need. Actually, I might have to do, hold on. I might have to get more yarn. Not more yarn. Goodness gracious. I might have to go get more fabric, to be honest, because this is all I have. And the last I knew, this yellow had a hole in it, which isn't a big deal, but yeah, see, it's got it's got a hole. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's got this weird hole in it. So if I were to use this, I would have to use it. What I might do, this fabric is definitely not long enough for my straps, for my strap, or because it's only 18 inches and my strap is definitely longer than 18 inches. That's folded over. And then I got my side piece. I got a line too. I might actually have to go get more. I might actually have to get fabric, period, because these are only 18-inch quarters. So I might actually have to go buy bigger fabric, bigger pieces of fabric, which isn't a big deal. I don't mind having to go buy it, but like, I was trying to use what I had. I like the striped one because, you know, I don't know, it was more fitting for the whole vibe of the situation with the bag. That's why I picked the stripe for you. See, I don't know. I might have to go buy fabric. For the side pieces, I got plenty because all I need to do is, you know, one side will come out of each piece, but it's the straps that I don't have enough of. I might have to go buy fabric, which is not a big deal. It's fine. Okay. So, but you know, the fabric at Walmart, like the yards and like the pre-cut ones, aren't bad. So it'll be all right. It's not like I'm going to be putting that much into this bag. So, and then that gives me a chance to see if I can find the Tamagotchis at Walmart, because Target doesn't sell fabric. But there is a Walmart that's near a Target. Well, pretty much all the Walmarts, almost all Walmarts in this area, minus a handful, have Targets near them. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this. I got this, I think I got this over the weekend. This is my Row 1 yarn monthly subscription that I started getting. I'm going to give it a few months and see if it's worth the money I'm spending on it. But look at these colors are just, they're so dark and like, love them. Like these are very jewel tone. This maybe not so much, but this, and this one for sure. And then that one for sure. Just, I love these colors. They're very deep, vibrant colors. Anyway, there's 10 little mini skeins in here. And it usually comes with a stitch marker. Where did I put that stitch marker? Did I put it in here? I don't remember where I put it. I know. I was like, you know what? Okay, so here's the thing. Right before she did that, I had gotten this. I pulled the 2 outer layers off that they put on for like this, you know, the Christmas holiday and all that. This is the true cover of the fall 2025, and y'all, this like just hit me. Like I absolutely love this image. The colors, the hummingbird, it reminds me of my great grandmother. And just the colors in it. I love the colors. And I was like, you know, I really want to get some. I want something with these colors in it. And when Mama G held up that one yarn, I was like, you know, I was looking at it and studying it. I was like, that yarn, it felt like it had most of the colors that are in this image. And I was like, it's meant to be. And then I was like, you know what? I'm justifying this purchase. I'm buying 4 of them, and I'm justifying the purchase as an anniversary gift to myself. Because my husband, he never knows what to get me, and I almost have free reign for the most part throughout the year anyway, so I kind of get what I want whenever. And so he doesn't really buy me special gifts around our anniversary, which isn't, I understand his logic behind it. He does take me out to a really nice dinner. Very expensive dinner. So, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna get myself a gift. So that was the inspiration behind that. And if I remember correctly, it's $25 a hank. I ordered 4, so it'd be $100 plus their $5 for shipping, right? I need to email them. I emailed them already. I just haven't gotten anything back from them, letting me know, you know, when I need to pay and all that, because I want to make sure I pay the right amount. And then I realized Thursday or Friday last week, I forgot to pull my Advent. So I've already pulled some of them, and they're in my bag. I think I need to pull, let's see. Nope. So I just need to pull Saturday and Sunday with you guys. And then in a couple of them, I got some extras. So in my little Advent minis, I got a piece of the strawberry candy, and I got a little acrylic pink clear sunflower. It's kind of hard to show it. There you go. A little disco kind of flower snowflake thing. That is pretty. You can definitely see the colors coming out in this from the, what was this called again? The mid-century Christmas or something like that. So let's pull 7 real quick. They're very similar in colors, which is okay to me. I don't mind it so much. I got another piece of candy in yesterday's. So see, you can definitely see they're very similar in colors. Like they're the same colors. There's just the variety of how much of each of the colors is in it. It's almost ombreing, to be honest. So this is what I pulled so far. I need to figure out how to do like Linan does on hers with the Nina Knots crochet. It's kind of ombreing. So here's what I've got so far. Like more and more of the white is coming out, and then it's switching over to like this green. I didn't notice that until just now, that it's kind of, the colors are kind of ombre-ish, you know, like it can't hold these. I wonder if I can tack them to the outside of here. But yeah, it's just kind of slowly fading out, kind of like that cat video I found where the mom and dad were running out of orange ink for the kittens. But it's kind of, you know, there's no pink or green. There's like speckles in this one, in this cream, and then it's coming over into this green here. It's now sitting into blue. Hello, Steven. Hello, Grammy Rita. Yeah, Rebecca, I can understand that. So yeah, we do a lot for each other throughout the year. So it's like, you know, we go on big trips and things. And all right, so today's color, it's very similar to yesterday's. But again, it's just, you know, fading out. So I like that. That is, I don't know why it took me until now to just realize that. But yeah, it's like fading it out. It's a really cool ombre look. I love the colors too. I mean, the colors are very, she's pulling the colors right out of this. So this coloring of her card here, those are the colors. It's a mid-century, I think I said. So yeah, that's so cool how it's, oh, so basically, yeah, it's coming, these colors right here. Pretty spot on. So, I mean, so far, the little, you know, it's been a fun little advent. Got a little cute little bag. And I got, you know, I'm getting little extras, you know, little pieces of candy here and there, and a stitch marker here and there. It's worth it. And it's hand-dyed yarn, y'all. So I can't be too I don't know what I was trying to say. Yeah. Her bag sooner than I got my package from Julian, and she's further away. I know. Yeah, you gotta love the way things ship around here, around these country. Where is my tote that I have these in? I wonder if it's behind there. I'll just stick it right there for now. Okay, so time to clean this little pouch up. So I've been throwing things in here that I had upstairs. Got one of my little stitch markers from Kimberly. I love this little thing of stitch markers. We're just gonna dump these in. As much as I was trying to hold on to these cute little packages, I need to stop doing that. So I like to I pull stitch markers out of here as I need them. Yeah, it's just a, you know, a little mess of stitch markers in there, but that's okay. Just kind of pull a random one out of there and use it. Yeah, these are my other hardware pieces. These will go on the bag when I get done with attaching the bag. She's not over here. She's probably upstairs. Oh, that child of mine that was just in here. Oh, she was trying my patience yesterday, y'all. Ooh. The mouth on her about got her. Ooh, in some deep trouble. Oh, that's not where I wanted it. All right, so I'm gonna stick this back in there, this back in there, and I gotta put some. I need to get some tapestry needles because this is one pouch that I don't have any tapestry needles in, so I keep having to go find them from somewhere else. And I think I'll just stick this in here. It's got my tapestry needles in there. So there you go. There's my pouch for my pieces, or my bag that I'm making, the Tamagotchi bag. And check this out. Oh, I gotta put hooks away. I got to put hooks away. I know this is supposed to be Make Along Monday, but y'all are just, you know, I got a lot done this weekend. So we're gonna put, I don't know which way I had these in here. 7mm. Now some of these actually, I might need to put this one back with, or no, this 10mm I need to put back with my one blanket. All right, so then my dots hook. So that's all that goes in those. And then my pouch houses my metal Clover Moore hooks. I ended up using a 3.5 on my flowers for the bag and not a 3. Because one, I was like already getting really tiny at 3.5, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to search for my 3, so we're gonna go 3.5. That feels good. Okay, now what time is it? 8:12. So I think I'm going to give this another attempt and try and figure this square out. It says to carry it with it, but I found a tutorial where they pull it along, or they turn. So this one's just driving me crazy, y'all. I don't know why I'm having such a rough time with this one. Jute new. I really don't understand why I'm having such a rough time with this one. Let's see. Trapping ends inside the stitches as you go, so the unused yarn is ready when you need it. Because I just don't like carrying it with me because it's a dark yarn with a light color. So you're going to see it. Whereas in here, you can't see it. Yeah, see, if I carry it along with me, you can see the yarn. It's almost like I need to do a different color or something. Good morning, Heidi. 2 copies of your book to my grandson at school this morning. The library teacher was excited. She said she was going to take it home to read. She loves the pictures in it. It looks exciting. I know her book's awesome. I haven't read her book, but the first couple lines of it that I read were good. Let's see. All right, they finished with this one and then did that. I'm about to be seriously done with this square, guys. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tank. I don't know why this square is seriously giving me a run for my money. It should not be this hard. I don't know why. I'm having such a hard time with this darn square. I'm gonna try something else. Just gonna try something else. See if I can get this to work. If I can get this to work, this is how I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna say screw it. Black coffee, huh? Ugh. Just like my mom. I've never understood how my mom could drink black coffee. Ugh, it's so bitter to me. It literally, I describe black coffee as, like drinking water that has like no flavor to it. Like hot water with no, like almost dirty water. Why is it giving me such a hard time, Melissa? Like I can do this, but not this. Why is this one giving me such a hard time? Why? Why? Can you explain it to me? Your mom drinks black coffee. I don't know. I don't know. how, but you know, I mean, I know how you do it, but how it goes past the taste buds. You only drink it to wake. It still needs to taste good before it goes down. Monique, why are these so hard? I gotta get these done because, like, we're about to get to the point where I'm putting them together. Oh, real quick, let me see. I need the purple yarn on the other side now. I need to follow that tutorial. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna follow the tutorial that I found. I need to see it visually right now. So I'm just gonna be done with this one. Yeah, see this one they do you turn it. Why is this one easier to do than this one? Yeah, this one I'm gonna have to go find that. I gotta visually see it. For some reason, this one is just. No, yeah, I understand her frustration, Melissa, because I'm feeling it right now. we just gonna put that one down for now. That's probably gonna be the last one I do, and we will pick one of these to work on. You know what? We'll do the V-stitch one. We'll do this one. All right. Can't use either of the two colors I'm using that I used in here because I'm not going to undo those right now. So let's pick a couple colors here. You know what? We'll go with this one. Come here. There we go. We're gonna go with this one. You know, Steven, explain to me why my brain can't get wrapped around them then. It's been, I know, right? Maybe that is a skip it square. Marianne, you know, I really want to. I really do. But I started this project saying I would make all 50 squares. Although 49 out of 50 is not bad. But there's a video tutorial on YouTube that I found that I will use, and I will just follow that, and I will get it as close to the 6 inches as I need, and I will put it on here. And hopefully, Melissa and Monique told me that this will block them. Oh, that stings, Frizzy. And I do like the whole patchwork thing, Steven. I've seen those, and I would love to make a patchwork thing, but I'm like, not after this card. All right, so I'm gonna join, and then I'm gonna chain 3, and then do 2 more. So I just picked an easier square to work on. I like your thinking, Monique. Life is too short. It really is. In a blink of an eye, your life is over. Well, at least for God, in a blink of his eye, it's almost for you. I mean, I could make that whole square in a solid, to be honest, and be just fine. Yep, in a blink of an eye, it's over. I mean, just look at your kids, you know? It feels like just yesterday they were these itty-bitty babies, and now they're grown adults or teenagers or whatever, you know? Whatever the situation is. My daughter decided to take a shower this morning before starting her day. All right, so I chain 3. I still have a ton of squares to sew tails in too, so gotta get that done before I start the blanket. Got lots to do. Got lots to do. I need scissors. Use these little snips I got out of Juan's little pouch thingy. Worked pretty good. I gave the pouch to my daughter because I was like, I don't need any more of these stitch markers. Well, these kind of stitch markers. The small cheapy ones. I was like, I don't need any more of those. I was like, here, you have them. And then I gave her a little pouch with the stitch markers and the really big tapestry needles. I was like, I don't use anything that needs large tapestry needles. She uses the blanket yarn. I don't, so. Yes, it has. I just need to get a picture put on the pattern and then I can release it. I think I'm just going to do it. I don't know. What do you guys think? What would be a good price for the blanket or nothing? I don't even honestly, like, I'm feeling like Marianne. I feel like I should just, I don't know, I give my patterns away for free because I don't know. I don't feel right asking people to pay for things like that. And I feel bad that you guys have bought the one that I am grateful, but at the same time I felt bad, you know, like, I know, right? You know, Heidi, it's like, oh, where did that time go? I'm gonna go with a bright color next. I think I'm gonna do this where I do like a darker, lighter, kind of like they do, but instead of 2 similar colors together, I'm gonna go yellow. I might go orange after this, and then go to like this other purple. I'm doing random today. Okay, so I start the next one in the corner. Okay. One, 2, 3. I know. I mean, I'm not going to make any money if I don't charge, but it's like, I don't want to. Well, then what would you do for the bag? I mean the blanket, because it's simpler than the bag. I was thinking like $4 or $5, maybe, because yeah, that would cover like all the fees and things that come out, and then I would still make a couple dollars off of it. My nose feels like it's. Every time my nose gets runny, I get really paranoid because of last year when I got back from Hawaii, my nose was, I had bloody noses, and I get very paranoid now. Okay, so a V-stitch, and then 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Oh my gosh, this V-stitch in this pattern puts two chains between the double crochets instead of 1. cool. See, it's, yeah, you're definitely getting your money's worth. So, Marian, I really couldn't tell because of the dark yarn and just the way the picture turned out. What was your, and I was kind of looking at your pad to see what your pattern was. I mean, like, not your pattern, but like, I was trying to see what kind of stitch you were using. It kind of felt meshy. Were you kind of going with like a mesh kind of feel to it, like a bunch of chains and skip a bunch? Yeah, the person that designed these squares definitely did it as old school, because there's the chain ones between all the sides, chain twos in the middle of the V, and then a chain 3 for the corners. So it's very, very open, but I'm following them. Okay. Because like with granny squares, I don't do the chain 1 between the clusters, and this pattern calls for a chain 1 between all your work. 2, 3. Chains, half double crochets, double crochets, and treble crochets, but that's all I got for that. Messed up on the pixel picture too, by leaving it. Oh, did you like miss, like put it in the wrong place or something? Yeah, I don't know how I messed up that one pixel, but I'm like, meh, it's a pixel. It's a pixelated picture, so it's, it's a glitch in the pixel. That's how I'm gonna call it. Hey, look, it's a glitchy pixel. So what do y'all think? $4 for the blanket? It's essentially very similar pattern to the bag. It's just in rows versus in the round, and then you don't have like the base of the bag and all that. I was actually thinking about, and I'm just going to put it out there because I tell you guys what I think about trying to do and get your thoughts on it. But I was thinking about possibly doing a monthly members appreciation giveaway, and like some of the designs that I've done, like my bag that I made, doing a giveaway for my members, because I don't do much for my members on here. I do appreciate y'all supporting me, so this would be a way of showing my appreciation without doing too much. You know what I mean? Without when I say without doing too much, I mean without going overboard and doing doing more than I'm able right now. She suggests I can't talk. She suggests blocking before sewing together. That's a suggestion that I'll take and go, I'm good. Ooh. Like the more I read what kind of yarn it was, I'm like, okay, Premier, whoa, anti-pilling, yay, gradient sparkle, yay, and sangria. Well, I don't like sangria, but the colors, yay. Like, ooh. I was actually, what I might do is I might go back through these granny squares and see if I find one I like. Like, I like this one because it is sunflower. It's a sunflower, or it's called sunflower. But Jaxie's the one that gave me the idea that you can turn like squares into ponchos. So like, I'm not sure how, but anyway, Yeah, Frizzy, I like the giveaways that you're doing. Between that and then other places and things have just inspired me, and I'm like, you know, instead of trying to sell my makes, because I know you guys could all make them, you could all try to win them. And then it's just, you know, it's a gift that you can either give forward or keep for yourself. So there you go. Okay, so I'm going to go with the dark orange. And we are going to do round 3. So I might start doing that. Because I have some things I need to give away that I bought on purpose for that very reason, or for that very purpose, to give away as a subscriber appreciation. But I think I'm going to do members only. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm being all clever with my color picking, but it's really the same colors I've picked for other things. Very similar color combinations. I like seeing your giveaways, Frizzy, because of all the when I say random things you put in it, they're not random, but like all the little knick-knack things that you put in it that are like useful, and it's like, oh, see, I wouldn't think of stuff like that. They say to think about what you would want as a crocheter, but then it's like, well, I don't know. Like, I like I know what I need, but then it's like when I have to actually think about like that gifts, and it's like, I don't, you know, it's like the mind goes blank, you know. Okay, so I go in between there. 2. I bet it was beautiful. I need to get on Juan's replay last night and leave a comment. Well, I don't know. I need to leave a comment regardless, but I was going to be like, you know what? As much as I would love to win a prize, I would rather you just repick another person's name and give it to them. Because honestly, I am blessed to be able to get what I want. And so I know a lot of people out there have a harder time being able to afford things. And so I would rather other people get the chance to win things. So that's why I have a hard time leaving comments on videos. It's like, because I don't want to accidentally win the prize. You know, I want somebody else to win it. Yes, don't get me wrong. I am very selfish. No, what's the word? Very, like, I want to win. Like, who doesn't want to win? But like at the same time, it's like I'm blessed enough that if I don't win it, I could possibly go get it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't go get everything for myself, regardless of what's behind me. Y'all, this is really starting to bother me again. I don't know why, but it feels like I don't know. I feel like I'm blending into my background. I know, but Frizzy, it's like, I don't know what I want. You know, it's like, I don't know. So I do have this giveaway that I've been like holding on to for the longest time. Probably need to get out of this bag. But I bought this from my local yarn store to give away. And it was kind of Halloweenish. Still smells like the store. But it's called La Jola Ba yarn. So these are this is a one of a kind. This is like one of the person that dyes this, this is like her test swatch. And so she hangs them up and sells them to stores and things. And so this one colorway is literally a one of a kind. Like, there's no other colorways out there with this color. And then these 2 small minis are called Wool of Bat, and they're locally dyed, I guess. I can't remember where, but this one's called Every Villain is Lime. It's a bright green. And then this one's Halloween 2023. So this just tells you how long I've had this. Almost 2 years. Maybe not, I haven't had that long, 1.5 years. Because I can get some old yarns from them. So this, I don't think I got this that far long ago. And then these stitch markers I got because they were themed to my channel and handmade by one of the employees of the store. So this was a giveaway that I bought a long time ago, and I just have not given it away yet. So like this might be my first giveaway for next year, you know, and I might throw it in that bag, that first tote that I made, the hopeful tote. I might put a couple makes or something. I'll put the hopeful tote in there. I might find something around here else I've made and this yarn, and there you go. There's my January members appreciation gift. So what I'll do is, I don't know. That's the thing, is I don't know how I want to do it. Do I want to have people comment on a video and, you know, do a word like Frizzy does, or do I want to do like Jax, where she takes a list of all her members, puts it in a wheel and spins the wheel and draws a name from that? Don't look at the shelves. Yeah, right. Don't ignore behind me. Like, I might even consider giving this away. And if somebody wants to line it and use it as a bag, they totally could. Like stuff like this, you know, because I don't think I'll ever use it. And honestly, it hanging behind me like this is cluttering up my background and just my space. So it's just overwhelming me. And I don't want to just lay it somewhere and let it just sit there and be forgotten. So it might be one of those, you know, that might be a giveaway. Maybe that'll be a spring giveaway, you know, theme it. I don't know. Good morning, Jenny. Yeah, that's why I have my Ko-Fi link tank. So like, if people really want to like give, I'm willing to accept monetary through that, because you know, you only give what you want to give, and so that's why I'm like, you know, I don't ask for things because I know you know I don't want to put that burden on anybody to buy anything for me, other than my husband and myself and my kids. You would do a list and draw from that, as it gets confusing doing Word on Live when there are both members and others. Right. Let me check out a golden ticket. It's for 9Ks. Ooh, fun. Yeah, I might just do that. You love the chicken bag? Trading. What? Yeah, I'm sure if you talk to Mishi, she would probably maybe switch it out. I know Mishi's heart. Well, I don't know her heart, but like, she seems very genuinely sweet and caring and willing to, you know, do something like that. I can't imagine she'd say no. Right, Marianne? Well, if there's ever anything I've made that you want, just say something. Maybe it'll be a Christmas present, and maybe it'll be a giveaway. You know, Marianne. So seriously, don't hesitate. There's something I have made. Trust me, I'm more than willing more than likely to be willing to give it away because I have a tote full of makes that's just getting fuller and fuller and fuller. And like, I need to start like offloading these things. So going to go around this screen and make a clean line. What do you mean by that? Like the background part of it, or like the screen with the pixel picture in it? Yes, Jenny, there is a pattern. It's on Yarnspir. Yes, it's a Yarnspirations. Just go look up crochet chicken bag and you'll see it. You'll see this bag. It's a white chicken that they use. They use white yarn. I used this white speckle red heart. I know, Melissa, right? I hate that I miss her lives all the time, but she comes on late enough on Sundays that by the time my kids are in bed, I go to bed and I'm like, I popped into, whose was it last night, real quick? Camille. I popped into Camille's for like literally a minute and said hi and just wanted to be like, oh, hey, what's that yarn she's working on? It was really pretty. Oh, the gray part? Yeah, for some reason, the yarn, I have more of a hard time. Like, I have considered doing a dib sale on a whole lot of yarn that I've recently just purchased too, or adding, possibly putting in yarn that I've bought from other people. And it's like, I don't want to do that because I want to make something from it. And but I'm like, I'm getting overwhelmed with the amount of yarn that I have. I want to condense it down to these shelves behind me and one of my cabinets, not all of my cabinets. I know. I like Mishi's live. She's fun. But yeah, Frizzy, I'm starting to feel overwhelmed like you were with, not your reason, the same reasons for getting rid of the yarn, but just the amount of it. I'm really digging this. I might have to do. Would this be too holy for a poncho? I feel like this would be too holy. Now I would make it where it wasn't like I wouldn't do a chain one between the clusters, and I would have chain twos in my corners. My V stitches would only have chain one instead of two. Yes, Florida is Eastern. All of Florida, I'm pretty sure all of Florida is Eastern because you hit Central. Actually, I don't know. That little part over towards the west might be in Central. I'm not sure. Because I want to say Pensacola is in, maybe not. Maybe that's in Eastern too. I have family that lives in Mobile, Alabama, and they are directly north-ish of Pensacola, Florida, but they're in Central. I'm pretty sure if 99% of Florida is in Eastern time zone. Not all of the Panhandle. Most of Florida is Eastern. Because you get within actually no, I think Pensacola is in Central. It's like an hour before Pensacola. Somewhere in there, like a half an hour to an hour before Pensacola, you hit the Central time zone. Yeah, Pensacola Central. Yep. Okay, I was thinking so. Like I was second guessing myself. That's why I was thinking it was Eastern, but no, it's Central. And so yeah, it's like an hour east of there. somewhere, it's close to Pensacola. Yeah, it's 8:47 for me, Melissa. So, and I am Central Time Zone. Obviously, I'm in the central part of the United States. I'm almost central United States. Okay. Next color is a V-stitch. So let's see. But seriously though, would that be too holy for a poncho? Because I'm trying to, or should I just stick with this? What do y'all think? Do you guys like that design? I know there's not a lot there, but it's literally just going to have these post lines all the way down. I really like the corners. The corners are going to like have the post lines too, but they're going to go out. So every other row has a post that starts in the corner. Post stitches, I mean. All right, so I've got, what color should I do next, y'all? I was going to do a dark purple. What do y'all think? Should I do this purple or this bright blue? The middle has purple already, so that's why I was like, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with the turquoise or the tealy blue. I like the tealy blue. Where are we at here? 9:47, New York City. So Rebecca, you're in the same time zone as me. As long as they're not right. I would, if I did this design, BB, I would not make these. I'm following their pattern, and so they use chain ones between all their clusters, and then in their corners they have three stitches, and then for their V stitch they have 2 in between, so it spreads them out more. There's a river you cross, then at Tallahassee, maybe it's eastern. I'm an hour south of Tallahassee. Tallahassee's in Florida, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember it's about, maybe it's about midway through the Panhandle then. I know, so I traveled from Georgia to Pensacola to see my grandmother, and it was like a 6-hour drive. And at some point, somewhere between the 3 to 6 hour mark is where I hit the central time zone. So an hour from you to the east is the timeline. I don't know where the eastern starts from me. I think all of Iowa is still in central. And then what's the state next to Iowa? Is it Illinois? Or no, Indiana? No. My geography is not very good this morning. Anyway. Yeah, I knew Tallahassee was, but I just trying to remember. I think I traveled through around Tallahassee going from, is Tallahassee on that interstate? The one that runs straight across the top in Florida? I can't remember the name of it. I drove it a whole bunch of times and now I can't remember what it's called. Is it like I thought it was a single digit. Oh my goodness. Illinois, thank you. Okay, so maybe it's where, okay, Indiana might be where the central eastern is. Okay. I-10, thank you, Monique. That's the one I'm thinking of. Oh, that is I know there's several other interstates and roads in the United States that are super boring to drive, but boy, let me tell you, I-10, that's got to be up there is one of the more boring interstates to drive. Like, it is literally just straight pine trees, like 100-foot pine trees, just blanketing either side of the interstate, and that's all you see for hours. Yep, I-10. Yep. Is Tallahassee off of I-10? That would be fun. A Yarny. Host us Yarnies. That sounds so funny. Oh, I did that wrong. Whoopsies. Whoopsie daisies. I gotta do the V-stitches. Doing V-stitches, not granny clusters. 1, 2, 3. My daughter's finally done with her shower. At least the showers, or the water's not running anymore. North is... yeah. The dog episode, the towels, all of it. Don't forget about the towels. Yeah, I-10 is a very boring interstate to drive. At least when you go south down the arm of it, of Florida, once you finally start going south, that's a little bit better-ish. You still got a lot of pine trees on either side, but you start getting a little bit more of the coastal stuff. Oh, Metal Roof is singing. That's cool. My parents wanted to get a metal roof on their house once. I was like, oh. I don't know if they ever did. I don't think they did, because I don't remember complaining too much. I just don't like how holy this is. I probably should have done a 5.5, but oh well. Oh well. It's their turn. When hunting season's over, it's Yarny season. Yarn retreats. That would be fun. One, 2, 3. I am getting quiet up in here. Oh, so I was going to talk about the minis. So I had this idea for my minis. I can't okay. Oh, I can't decide what I want to make with it, but I'm thinking a blanket. And then I'm thinking of running my minis with this yarn. And I may get more of it because this may not be enough. I might need to get more because when you run more than one yarn together, you seem to go through yarn a little bit faster. There's quite a bit here, but this is Superwash Merino by Premier. It's super soft. And I was thinking of running the minis with this, so that way I don't have to run them super tiny. And I either want to do, what were my options? A C2C. Someone gave me the idea, I think it was Lisa, was it a C2C in the silk stitch? And then, what was my other option? Oh. Or do a moss stitch. I think it was a moss stitch. don't know what I want to do, but what I was thinking of doing is I was going to do like what are those projects called where they're ongoing, you know, long-term project, long-term whip. But what I was going to do is I was going to take all my minis, separate them out by color, or like somehow separate them out into like 6 different piles, whether they be like Roy G. Biv kind of colors or darks, lights, speckles, whatever. And then I would put them in these bags and label them 1 through 6. And then I would take like a dice and I would roll it once a week. And then I would add, whatever number I would roll, I would take that number, dig around in that bag or that container or whatever I put the minis in, grab a random mini out of that bag, add it onto the project for the week, and then the next week keep doing that, and just keep doing that. Just make it a long-term, you know, project. But I don't know how I want to do it. Do I want to do a moss stitch? Do I want to do a C2C? Do I want to do... I can't remember what the options were that I came up with. Is this a C2C? And I'm kind of like not feeling the C2C. I'm leaning more towards the moss stitch. But I thought there was one other one. Hello, Zach. I'm so glad you're at least home. Hopefully doing better. So I don't know what I want to do. But I think that's what I'm going to do with how to pick the colors. So I gotta lay all my colors out. And then there's a cake that I need to uncake. Because I caked up a bunch of minis into a cake. And I want to use those. So what I might do is I actually might just end up starting whatever project I want to start with that. And then from whatever I get done with that cake, I just start from my random drawings after that. And the stitch. I want to change the stitch up though. I want to make one project it's going to be for myself. I'm just going to keep adding to it until it gets, you know, to whatever size I want it to be. Whether it be big enough for a queen bed, a throw blanket, something. That's what got me started with the whole poncho thing. Is I want something like this to. I actually kind of like this. It's a blanket that I literally folded in half and put a stitch marker to hold it. And I like that it's you know, above my elbows, and so I'm actually able to like work and things. So like that's why the poncho idea wouldn't be a bad idea, because I can make it where the point comes in the front and then I have the armholes on the side there. I don't know if I want to do the extended half double crochet spike stitch. I love it, but I don't know if I want to make something with it. Or, you know, I don't know if I want to make a long-term project with it. That's why I was thinking a moss stitch is like one of my truly favorite stitch is the moss stitch. But that can get a little... But it is going to be a long-term project, so... I already have a moss stitch blanket started, but it's going to be... I think it's going to be a donation blanket. This is a really pretty square. I like this square. See, I can get that done in no time. That one's done. And I think it'll stretch enough that it'll be fine. Ended up being, yeah, and see, I don't like how holy this is. But I feel like I could make this again and show you the difference with the way I would do it versus how they do it. Because I feel like mine wouldn't be nearly as holy. But like, what I could do is do a solid row in between the V-stitches instead of granny clusters. I don't know. So there's that one. You can do it, Zach. That's right. Do a circular shawl with sleeves. Circular shawl or a circular poncho? Ooh, it's 9:03. I finished that just in time. Yee. All right, it is time for me to get off of here. I'm going to put this card up real fast. And then I will sign off until tomorrow. Maybe I'll have... Oh, you know what? I didn't draw my... There's my chicken bag fell. Because this was holding it up. I didn't think about that. Itty, Mitty, Mighty Mo, Kitchen Tiger Bites Toe. This is the one we're going with, I guess. Oh, we'll see if it's a good one. If not, I'll bring something else to the Bust That Stash. The Scrappy Chain Yarn Balls. Oh, I don't want to do that. What's the other one? I might just have to bring another project tomorrow for Bust the Stash series. What is this one? A snake. I don't want to make that either. What should we make tomorrow? What do you guys want to make for Bust That Stash? Should we make another dishcloth or... Might try a dishcloth tomorrow. Let's do a dishcloth. We'll do the even moss stitch or crunch stitch. One of the two, if not both. Dishcloth tomorrow for our Bust That Stash series. That's what we'll do. We'll do a not a moss stitch, a even moss stitch or crunch stitch. They're very similar. The one's called even moss stitch, even though it's... Anyway, there's the even moss stitch and then there's the crunch stitch. They're basically almost identical stitches, just they create different looks because of how they're done in either even or odd. So, ooh, Rebecca's caterpillar scarf. Yeah, we could do that. It is a paid for pattern though, Marianne. And I don't know if I have all the greens to do it. That's the thing. It might have to be a different colored green. Actually, I do have quite a few greens. I could probably make the caterpillar scarf, but it's a paid for pattern. So, you know what? Maybe we'll do that. I will post, actually, here, I'll put it on here real quick. The caterpillar scarf crochet. I gotta find it again. I think it was this one. I feel like I bought it on a website and not Etsy. I don't think I bought it on Etsy. Do you remember who it was by? I don't have it out right now. All right, hold on. Let me find this scarf and then we will go. I'm going to run over just a little bit. It's fine. The kids can start their school. Well, two of them can anyway. Yeah, I did not buy it on Etsy. I had to have bought it. I feel like I bought it off a website somewhere. Caterpillar scarf. Let me take scarf out. Nope. remember what that was by. All right, so I will find the caterpillar scarf. I will try to post it on my post tab on here, and then I will bring it with me tomorrow. And that's what we'll work on for our Bust That Stash series. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, you guys are all worth something to somebody, and know you are loved by someone in the world. And I will see you guys same time, same place, right here on my channel tomorrow morning for Bust That Stash series. Later, guys.